This should be good. Oh, 2,900 subs. That's cool. Let's see. Am I live? Always turn monetization on. Streams, playlist. Hello, hello. I'm just chilling around. I might Inkwelder might join me. I'm gonna just screw around. Talk about random stuff, whatever is on people's mind. Hello, hello. I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles while we wait. I'm not gonna be streaming Cydia just because the lag is gonna be worse. So I'm just gonna play Xenoblade instead. I'm probably not even gonna like pull until the morning, to be honest. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, it's gonna wait for some more people to pile in. Hello, hello. Oh, Har, you're banned. Post a link to the stream. Are super chats enabled? Are they? I don't know. I think I turned it on. I'm gonna take some time to actually figure this out because clearly I haven't. Let me go on my YouTube settings. Supers are on. Okay, so I turned it on. I just don't know. I'm not gonna play Smash. I'm too tired. How's Xenoblade? I'm thinking of buying it high key. Fantastic game. This game is so good that I played it twice. I don't play many games twice. If I play a game twice, you know it's real good. I keep playing it not using Rex. He's the main character. I gotta show off the gems or tickets. Gems probably, because this game is Xenoblade Chronicles too. Spoilers, I guess, for the party members. Let's try not to show off spoilers during the stream. I'm gonna try and get Inkwelder in here. It's because Ink wanted to talk about some of the Lufenia Plus hysteria. I wanted to talk about it too in like a more coherent video, but I like to hash my ideas out before I put them in a video, and usually it comes in the form of arguing with people in TCC.
She must be really upset.
Is my audio coming out twice?
To be running around all over the place like this.
I sure hope not.
Yeah.
It's a party. It's always a party.
Find her quickly and help her out, the poor thing.
Is my audio doubling up? That'd be bad.
We got back. Somehow.
Monitor.
Nicely done.
Monitor off. I should fix it. Okay, that's much better for me. More drama. I don't want drama. Ah, this mic stand is stupid. Work. Okay, that's better. No echo here. Okay, yeah, it was probably just on my end, cause I have my my capture card set up on my Switch, and I'm outputting audio there. But I think I was also monitoring the output in my OBS, so it was going out there. It sounds good here, yeah.
Upon us,
Lots of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 fans. Chat,
we had better rest soon.
this game is amazing. If you haven't played it, it's got a slightly slow start, but it is easily one of the most, easily one of the smoothest battle systems. Like action JRPG, whatever you want to call it. I love this game to death. I have an embarrassing. Let's see how many hours I have in this game. If you're wondering why I don't make more, it's whoa, 208 hours and 46 minutes in this game. Now some of that is me leaving the game on, but I've played it twice. It's my new game plus. I'm eating chicken nuggets, by the way. So JP acting like Chicken Little screaming the sky's falling. No, I think it's a majority of JP players who are not screaming Chicken Little. I think it's people interpreting a rough start of an era as the world is ending.
Electra, we finally caught up with
Is it related to Xenogears? I think it's the same universe, same creators, something.
Please, don't come near me, okay? I can't control my own power. I can't help it. I just end up zapping everyone.
That's as may be. But don't worry about it. Your power.
This man no lives
is a
Xenoblade Chronicles
massive
2,
help to
unfortunately.
us.
He's right. It certainly doesn't matter to me. Really? No word of a lie, kid.
You still have much growing to do.
This man no lives Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah,
Training.
I like the because it's got a passive like send your equipment out on mission thing. It's very easy to just pop in and out of. And I've been doing that a lot. My girlfriend got a Burger King today because she wanted some chicken nuggets. And she hadn't had chicken fries. Chicken nugget fries? What are they called? Chicken fries? So I'm finishing those off now. They're pretty decent.
No more random shocks, especially not for me.
You got me to put Xenoblade Chronicles 2 back on the Switch? Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow. Maybe you're right.
I feel like the city doesn't want me to get Garland's LD. My luck for Garland's LD is really bad. Just get lucky.
I'm going to train as hard as I can. I'll get this power under control. You'll see.
Big fan of part 1 of this game. Don't have the console to play this one. You mean Xenoblade Chronicles 1? Oh no, she's gonna murder him. Rip. You guys can hear me fine, right? It's a good ass chicken nugget, bro. I don't know what it is. Chicken nuggets has been sitting out for like an hour or two, and you reheat them for a minute with some Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's the move. All right, let's get back to the game. Oh, what do they want me to do? Did you get a chance? I did watch The Sixth Sense. I watched it yesterday. Mino spoiled it for me because I messaged him in the middle of the I was watching it with my girl. I got to take a piss, and I just seen the I see dead people, and so I said because we were talking about like iconic quotes and stuff. So I DM'd him. Is it I see dead people? And then he told me the end of the movie. BT Plus O'Hara will eventually get easier, especially once lighting and TDs. Yeah, it's already getting simpler now. I mean, probably the biggest example of it was the Twin Sleuth video. People freaked the fuck out when they saw that the orb was deal 850k in one turn. But then people actually like tried the stage, and like an hour later, everyone was like, "Yeah, this isn't that bad." Probably one of the best Luthania Plus so far. So, wait, didn't I just teleport? I guess I'm huffing it, aren't I? Huh. Isn't looking amazing. It's not. Well, still jury's out because these last couple fights I've been fine with. It was just the start was rough, but again, it's better than early Chaos. Early Chaos was probably the lowest point in this game, aside from like some of the early garbage in this game. It's no early Chaos. It's in the same ballpark, but it's not nearly as bad. So, the fact that we haven't gotten to these, and the reason some people, oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to hella die. Run! The thing about Lufenia Plus compared to early Chaos is that you don't need BT Plus to do Lufenia Plus, whereas EX Plus without ingots was very ridiculous. Chicken nuggets from chicken fries and chicken nuggets at Burger King. Yeah, she's a really big Baby Yoda fan, so she loves the chicken nuggets memes. Chicken fries are like fries. Chick-fil-A has amazing waffle fries. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is fire. Daylight savings time. Yeah, that's killing me. I hate that the events are starting later. Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh yeah. Love me some Sweet Baby Ray's. Vane's Lufenia Plus was pretty stupid. Agreed. However, and I was guilty of this too. I initially had the take that it countered Vayne, but after thinking back on it, I realized that his Vane's Lufenia Plus didn't counter Vayne. It just made him not a free win, which I'm not against. Because the biggest problem with Vayne's Lufenia Plus was that I'm not talking to myself, right? The biggest problem with Vayne's Lufenia Plus was that it was hard to tell when the boss was going to counter you after 12 turns. Because so if you're not familiar with Vayne's Lufenia Plus, it was hard for two reasons. One, the defense was ridiculously high, and two, if you took 12 consecutive actions in a row, you got blown up by the bosses. They like cleansed all debuffs and blew you up, and it was harder to use Vayne. It didn't stop you from using Vayne. In fact, there's a bunch of Vayne runs. It's just that you can't just consecutive spam with Vayne and get away with it, which it seems we've had near permanent turn. They're countering no boss turns pretty hard, and I'm a fan of that because I personally find the strategy kind of boring, and you're just not seeing what the bosses are doing. So they started warping the bosses forward after a certain amount of actions, and I think they didn't stick the landing with Vayne. Cause I'm not gonna defend Vayne's Lufenia, but I want to put it in reason, in context at least. Wait, Furry Tractor, what are you talking about? Early co-op. Oh yeah, God, early co-ops were awful. Oh my God, yeah. Has anyone had the chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell yet?
Like lightning.
No. Wait, I failed. Excuse me? No! My argument is a 12 turn is fine as long as the only thing keeping them from being per punching bags like Quistis bosses were. Agreed. Yeah, they didn't. If they're gonna do the punish you for not letting the boss get too many turns, I think that we should have better like if they turn like yellow when they're halfway there and red when you have like 25% until they take another turn, then I'm like, all right, cool. But it's just the visuals aren't there. I think that'd be a great quality of life if they were to put in. My phone's blowing up. Hi, Ink.
What's up, BC? How's it going?
I'm good. Let me turn you down on my OBS. You don't have to do anything on your end. Chat,
right, cool.
is Ink louder than me, or is his volume levels fine? Please say something.
Okay, I can talk and
yeah, you're good. You're fine on my end.
Okay. So just because I jumped in right when you were saying that, they need to implement something that Magic the Gathering Online implemented, which is a storm counter, which is basically how many spells have you cast this turn, or how many spells were cast this turn. And if they had that for boss turns or your own turns to say, hey, you've taken 15 turns in a row, then at least you have some indicator of it, and it's not hard to throw that somewhere.
Yes, agreed. That would make a lot of the growing, like the HP percentage. Like if we didn't have HP percentages here while they were warping, oh God, that'd be awful. But HP percent, they need, if they're gonna punish us for not letting the boss have turns, we need to know when the boss needs to get a turn.
Yeah, it would have made the Sephiroth Lufenia fight a lot easier because they apply shields every 10 turns.
Yep. It's hard to keep track of those things. Like I think in my Twins Burst Plus or Lufenia Plus video, I started counting and then I lost count because I was just trying to focus on too much. It's difficult to manage. Okay, let's read chat. 12 turn timer. Oh yeah. Separate invisible turn. Yeah, the invisible turn counter is rough. As a DL player, I'm gonna just wait and see. Make some plans to make it easier. I said this a bunch of times, but I haven't used Porum or Setzer in a single Lufenia Plus. I had them, and well, there's some context to that statement, because I do have Bart's Burst Plus, who was my go-to for Brave Gain Up. However, I have Setzer, and I don't like using him because I don't like the Band-Aid factor of him. What am I doing? Blades. And I've only used Sid Reigns on his event. And this is going to be in my follow-up video too, but the whole everybody gets shut out of everything meta is not really true. Rem's Lufenia archive shows that. So if you're freaking out about units becoming unusable, it's the biggest offenders are Paladin Cecil / Sador, and then Golbez for a slightly bit, and then launch comps. That's about it. But even that, it's not forever. Okay, who am I looking after? Thunder Girl.
Yeah, I think the worst thing, I don't mind them doing flavor of the month stuff. Like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that a bunch of stuff got locked out. Like, I was already looking over some like metrics, I guess, on Lufenia Plus. It was pulled from Ultima. I have no idea how reliable Ultima team comps are, but some of them have videos attached. So
yeah,
I
it's almost like Call to Arms for JP almost.
Yeah. So looking at that, there's more diversity in Lufenia Plus than there was in early Chaos.
Easily. Oh yeah, easily.
If you look into early Chaos, it's like, oh hey, there's like 6 to 8 All-Stars that people repetitively use.
Yeah.
But even still, you didn't need those people. Like, I didn't need Deuce or Ace for Deuce's Lost Chapter. When everyone said that was abysmal, I ran a bunch of EX only characters and they stomped it. It was some of the most fun I've ever had. So the whole thing is like just sort of blown up, but they can't. The one thing that bothers me is that they can't make event boss mechanics that counter, like the whole Vayne taking turns thing reminds me of the fact that wave 1 of Vaughn's Burst Chapter like has 3 enemies, and it's like, why the hell would you put 3 and Gabranth and like resists debuffs like that?
Okay, I'm gonna push back on that. I'm gonna push back on that because that's not the Vayne thing is not as hard. I wouldn't say it's countering Vayne. It's just making you be mindful of Vayne. Now the Gabranth thing, that's definitely countering. Like him not being able to debuff at all. Like yeah, that's yikes. But with Gabranth, it was more just don't continuously re-break them and make sure you get turns. And that goes back to if we had an indicator, it'd be a lot easier to manage.
So is it for using Vayne in his own event, doing like a standard cycle of using his getting to 3 stacks, using 3 skills, ending with Mockwave to go up 2, and then continuing on? Like is that chain fine, or does it literally stop you from using certain skills?
Oh, that chain is fine. You just have to be mindful.
Okay.
Because it's 12. It's 12 turns. It's 12. It's 12. So in 12, and if Vayne takes like 3, it's more because with his rework now, I'm sure you're aware, he doesn't burn skill uses anymore when he's in his plus version. So if you want to have better turn control, you just mock wave instead of force of willing, so you don't push him back. Well, at the same time though, the orb was to break. That fight had a lot of. That fight was a mess, but not for the. But I don't like the narrative that it screwed Vayne over, because there's so many Vayne runs already.
I hope things went well.
It was an amalgamation of other things, I think. So I want to push back on that slightly, because I mean, like I said, there are Vayne runs. There are plenty of Vayne runs, and he works fine. It's just that you have to be. It's like Lightning in the Reno and Camelot, the Reno event in Camelot Lost Chapter. Like, you had to let the boss get turned. So, but Lightning worked great. You just had to be mindful.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So it's basically like using Vayne in his own event is like using Lightning in any low orb count fight.
Yeah, pretty much. You just you gotta take your foot off the pedal sometimes.
But I will.
No, go ahead.
You don't have Lightning's BT and GL, do you?
Or JP.
Okay, are you gonna character board her when she gets them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna bother.
I have Mog Pass. I have Mog Pass. I don't see why not.
I have 100,000 character points. That doesn't matter. I'm just
Okay,
never gonna
well,
put her in a team comp.
Screw your principles. I don't care. If someone has boards and I can max them, I max them. You're just being petty.
No, I'm not.
You're being petty. Get over it.
If she goes
I don't wanna hear
into
it.
my party, then I'll board her.
Shut up.
I don't think I'm ever gonna use her.
Okay, let me read chat some. They have separate invisible turn counters. Yeah. It's really just, like the idea behind the turn counters is good. I am fully on board with that. The issue is how they didn't stick the landing. They didn't implement them well. But it's getting better. Like the way Shulk's event did it and the way the Twins event did it was better, a lot better. So they're improving, which is why I'm not terribly worried. God, I can't even multitask in this game.
If you count, so we did 11 fights that we analyzed for early chaos. For anyone that was playing during then, we published a whole guide on Tonberry Shroot that had basically here are all the data analytics around what team comps are possible, who was really popular, just to help you prepare for chaos. So that was 11 fights that we had researched, talking to a bunch of JP players in terms of where was the cutoff of bullshit. Like when did the fights stop becoming completely ridiculous? I forgot when we stopped it, but it was 11. It was 11 events. It was. I feel like we didn't even get to Barrett. I think it was like Locke that we.
Yeah, Locke was when it was like, all right, yeah, I think Makino was the first event. We're like, all right, this is reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. Yeah, so Makino was the exact event where we were like, we're not going to bother with this because it's reasonable. That was exactly it. Like we did Soul Cage, we did Leviathan, we did Garland, and all the Lily, Ultimacia, like we did all of them. And you all in JP, by my count, I think you had 8 Lucinia Plus, whereas we took 11 fights in early chaos to drop the crap.
Yeah.
So you haven't even gone as far as early chaos.
And it wasn't as consistent. There was plenty I'd say what's it called? Reigns' Lufenia was probably similar in awfulness to Ultimicia's Lufenia.
I can't wait.
Ironically, it was like the same timing of like it was the first character. No, it wasn't the first character event. What am I smoking? No, it wasn't even. That was the second character. Never mind. It just reminded me of this fight is just completely horrible without them. But that was pretty much the only one. Stuff is possible without Burst Plus. It's just people are running Burst Plus because they have it, and they don't want to like frustrate themselves on it. I mean, unless you want to challenge yourself, fine. But not everyone plays the game like that, which is something a lot of people forget about, like YouTube runs. Especially if you've been trying to record something for a while, you just want the path of least resistance. It is not fun bashing your head against this game, especially if you're trying to like talk through it or explain yourself. It's no thank you.
Yeah, if you search YouTube for like Lufenia plus no BC plus, you will get some results. You're not going to get a lot because there aren't necessarily a lot of people that are posting and placing English in it. Like I wasn't searching in Japanese, so that's literally maybe a 0.5% of the Japanese player base that I'm searching on YouTube.
Yes. Just to put in perspective, like I want to do a separate video on this too because I say it so many times. But if you think about the population of the player base, it's already a very small percentage of the player base is on YouTube. Probably less than 1%. And if you go beyond that and you're like, I haven't seen them enough on YouTube, you're trying to use a faulty sample size to represent the entire population, which is already terrible stats.
It's awful. Yeah, exactly. I don't. The fact that you can find it, like you can find just a handful of videos without trying to like dig deeper into different like popular JP runners YouTube accounts.
Yeah, and people don't tag their videos either. So if you don't tag your video, it's already a lot harder to find it. Especially if you're trying to look in Japanese, it gets even trickier. It's just a lot of research that isn't quite accessible.
Yeah. So just looking through chat.
I need to read chat.
So Pierre, you asked about Vein Nova.
I'm really
Vein Nova.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's fine. I'll cover it. You're playing.
Yeah, let me jump through chat real quick because it is my chat.
Well-
I haven't been reading it at all. This game's visuals look nice. Yes, they do. Bart's burst on his debut. Yeah, Bart's is really good. Bart's is really good when he releases, and then he got even better. So Bart stayed good for a very long time. So that Tifa banner with that Tifa LD banner with Bart's burst on it, that's gonna be a pity central for a lot of people, I predict, and rightfully so. That's just a loaded banner. Okay. This game's visuals look nice. Yeah, I love this game. Do you think they'll tweak the fights at all in global? No. What's your opinion on current Lufenia fights? Started rough. You can see me in my videos. I bitch about it, but retroactively not worse than early chaos. And I something big. And I think I said this to you, Ink. There's a lot of newer people who haven't experienced a JP Doomsday cycle. There's a lot of people who were around for early chaos happening in JP. And they prepared for it, but some people missed early chaos and global and don't know that we've been through this before. Like, oh, this stuff looks horrible, and a bunch of people hype themselves up and go crazy. If you quit over future content, I think you're an idiot. Wait till it gets here to quit. Some people are just naturally histrionic and like to complain about stuff and are blowing smoke out of their ass. But if you're gonna quit over something in the future, you probably weren't gonna stick around anyway. So I mean, that's probably like no net loss. Were you gonna say something before I keep going?
Yeah, I mean, there were JP players that posted videos on their YouTube that are like, I'm only gonna upload the last wave because I hate chaos. Chaos takes so long to run. It's not interesting. These fights are boring. Blah blah. You know, all this stuff.
Literally all happened for him.
Now, the only thing that repeated in GL when the chaos came around was these fights are boring because people over prepared for it. And it's like, oh, well, I've got Charlotta, Warrior of Light, and Cloud. Why are all these fights so easy?
Yeah, oh my god. The night that Garland Chaos dropped, I was so pissed off because it was a bunch of, wow, early Chaos was overhyped, and everyone was running the same exact team. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you expect?
Yeah, the strategy guide syndrome.
Yeah. No, why do people have trouble with this? What are you talking about? It's overhyped. Why are people saying we cry? I followed exact directions to not cry. I mean, and there are some people quitting, stopping and playing. Like one of my buddies, I won't put him on blast, but he stopped playing because of it. But he also wasn't good on resources, and he just I mean, this game's been going on for 4 years, so some things just push people over the edge. So I wouldn't take people jumping ship as any meaningful metric, because some people jump ship and join around the same time. Also, a lot of the complaints I've seen from JP players mostly are people who recently started new accounts. If you talk to a person who's been playing JP since early chaos, they're probably gonna say it's not that bad, especially compared to early. Wait, we've been through way worse. This is not the end of the game, guys. It's okay.
And if it was the end of the game, you would see some of the major content creators for GL and on the JP side bowing out, stopping, putting out messages saying we're not going to do it anymore. The infographics aren't going anywhere. We have 20,000 plus people that are still hitting the site. There's no like, we have no doom and gloom on our side. Like, GL has taken great care of us. I don't really see why people would look to the future. Looking at how much easier, I should say, early chaos was for GL players, you can probably expect it to be, like Lufenia Plus, to be slightly easier, I would say, although some of the boss mechanics are pretpretty punishing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're perfectly prepared, then...
Yeah, everyone's going to have Porum, Setzer, Bartz, and Stola BT, and all that good stuff. So, I mean, it'll be fine, guys. Really, it'll be fine.
They're getting Setzer for the wrong reason. Yeah. But I'm okay with it.
Okay, let's keep reading chat. As a GL player, go ahead.
Oh no, I'll address Pierre's thing because I was like way back. But yeah, Vane Novus was part of our Tomberry troop. He
I'd have guessed.
I'll just say, like, he basically left the game to focus on his life and his career and his health. He joined a gym. He was being proactively healthy and trying to take care of himself. And you would be surprised, but a lot of low turn runs take a very long time to actually execute.
Yep.
Now, Vane, it was like sort of lopsided. There were some times where he would upload a 0-turn run within 20 minutes of the event. And there were times when he would literally disappear from our Tonberry chat, our private Tonberry chat. He would disappear for 72 hours, and we were like, Vane, please come up for air, please come back. and he would finally come back and he was like, oh well, I was busy, but I finally got the 0 turn run, or hey, I only got it down to 4 turns.
Treasure
So
acquired.
yeah, he just needed a break. He needed to focus on himself. I completely respect him for it. He leaves our team on great terms. If you're looking for another account that does really long runs or low turn runs or interesting runs, I definitely recommend Dystopia. Clay does commentary on top of it, talking about the characters and stuff. Like, yeah, if you're looking for commentary, because there isn't necessarily a lot of it, he did like a 2-turn run of RCL Lufenia, I think. So there's definitely other content creators, but yeah, we for sure all miss Vane Novus. He was an awesome, very nice guy.
Yeah, one of the nicest guy in the community. Period. Let's see. This game visual. I read that already. The thing that scares me though, I feel kind of forced to do Lufenias to get high armor. Not high armor isn't quite necessary. You can just it's slightly more of a win more thing with Lufenia Plus. It starts to lean more into you benefit a lot from having the high armor, but as long as you don't go crazy spending it, you'll live. It's not that big. Like for instance, I had like my twins Lufenia Plus run. I was at that for hours. I'm sorry, and I hate to admit that because I was tired and I wanted to get it down, and I was so close, and I kept missing turn count by like 2, and then I ended up just booking the twins armor and then getting RCL's armor to up my HP damage cap, and that actually clutched the run for me. So that stuff can matter, but only worry about it if you're like trying to stretch something out.
I was really impressed with the fact that I don't remember the team comp exactly, but Segan used Strago to counter the orb. I was so like proud because he can easily deal 850k in a single skill use.
Yep. Good old Strago.
Love it.
Let's see. Keep going. With Kais coming up in his return with Lael, you think it's worth tickets this month or wait from planning gems on Lael? I think it's dependent on if you plan on using Kais at all. If you don't see yourself using Kais at all until Lael's rerun, until Lael gets LD, then don't pull him. That's really it. If you want to use Kais, if you want to run launch times, then get Kais now because he'll be essential. That debuff is real good. Also, there's no guarantee that you'll get him when you go for Lael. Many times I have pulled on a double LD banner and tried to get both and only gotten one and had to pull out. So don't if you're pulling on a banner, you'll pull to get something, and something else might be a consolation. Volume seems fine to me.
I'm generally never an advocate of skipping a character unless, like, if you are FF12 diehard and you must have Gabram, then yeah, like if your resources are tight, you got to focus on your favorites. Just get them on the rerun. That's totally fine.
Yeah. If you got the resources,
if you don't have, if you don't have Cloud and you don't have Dark Knight Cecil and you don't have, I don't know, some other launchers that I'm forgetting at the moment. But if you don't have them, then you probably don't need to. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because you don't have any launch for when that's potentially important, but you also don't have characters that synergize with Kais. So it's sort of in the middle. You just have to judge on your comp and your resources. But I would never generally recommend to skip a character to get them on the rerun, because I don't know how much Kais usage was there when Lael BT like dropped.
Not much. You're not getting the most out of Kais.
The only thing I would say is
that's
like
beyond
be
his
careful.
Prime. He's got a good LD call
He has
for
a
launch
great
comps,
LD
but other
call.
than that, Kais is a little dated at that point.
He also has a really nice clutch skill. Like his regular call is pretty clutch because you can prevent anyone in your party or one of your allies at least from being broken.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
It's a funny gimmick. If you throw, I found this out with the when people were breaking. I think was it Vaughn's burst phase, and they put Kais's buff on 8. And it makes when someone with that debuff, when someone with that buff counters, it makes the enemy launchable. So say if you throw it on Gladio, I found this out during the Sephiroth Lufenia.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I remember that run.
So you can put that on them and then make them launchable, even if they don't actually burn it with a skill on their turn.
Were they running Rude's Lost Chapter for that?
Yeah, that was the
You know,
one.
like- Yeah, because the enemies at various thresholds will try to debuff you, and they will always miss 8, and then
Yeah.
8 just counters, and then makes all of them launchable. It's hilarious.
Hello, Necklord.
Right, good evening.
Okay, let me keep catching up on chat.
No, it's good morning, but
Oh, yeah, it is morning for me, actually. Goodness me.
You're not streaming the event because it's going to be connecting hell. I also don't feel like streaming the event. That's the problem. Ink is a bit soft. Oh, I'll turn his volume up then. Wow, little
All
shame
right.
I'm reading that now, like half an hour later. Cam LD board's hype, indeed. Ink is kind of a softie. Yeah, I agree, he's a wimp.
whoa.
F that Seth Lufenia. Yeah, that fight sucked ass. Twins damage is insane with like 3 enemies. Yes, it is. I gotta do a side mission.
Their
'cause I'm
burst
going on
effect though.
spoilers.
Their burst effect scales based on the number of enemies, right?
Yeah, which it's I haven't quite read it because I didn't care that much because I don't have it. But most of the bosses are probably going to be 2, so you're probably getting a pretty standard effect for the most part with them. So I didn't really concern myself with it. Where am I going here? Let's see.
Necklord, how you doing? While
I'm doing.
BC is
just.
getting acclimated.
I'm super hyped to have 10 minutes per ticket pull. That's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you're not using gems on the banner? You're ticketing?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my chances.
That's bold.
Do you have Kuja's burst?
I do, yes.
Okay, so do you have Ramses burst?
I do not have Ramses burst.
Transcendence is going to
Okay.
be tricky if you don't get that.
Yeah,
early.
Transcendence
I
without.
could token the burst if I wanted to.
Okay, so you'll be fine. If
Whoa,
push came
who are
to
they?
shove, you can get
Girls?
through Transcendence
No.
with difficulty using Kuja and Ramses
Ooh.
burst.
Yeah.
Some nice
It's definitely
corpses you got
possible.
there,
Are they
Driver.
But at the same time,
Hand
like, if
over.
I don't get lucky and I don't get it and I can't complete
It's for your
content,
own good.
not a big deal to me. I
But
don't
you're
really
missing
mind.
one of the best voice lines in the game. I have no idea what Paladin Cecil says when he uses Holy Flame. I just know that it amps me up and makes me want to destroy bosses that much more. It is so
Yeah.
good.
I haven't actually
on
seen.
now.
I don't remember
Hand over
watching
the
it.
crystals.
Is it like a hype machine, pretty much?
Yeah,
Shall
it's
we?
amazing. He sounds
But of
extremely
course, dear
holy
Theory.
and regal and badass. It's wonderful.
Oh, this is the whole boss fight. What did I walk into?
Oh, I'll check it out.
The Vayne thing was educational. The Gaunt thing was cruel. Yeah, that's a good take. It's making you use your brain instead of mashing force of will until you win. Yeah, I agree with that hard. Because if you were just mashing force of will and you were just couldn't, yeah. There's so many Vayne runs in that Lufenia, so it didn't counter him. It just didn't give you a free win. And they're implementing more letting bosses get turns things. So I'm down for it if they just tune it up better. To every unit, Midas Bosch has a fire alt outfit. Every 12 unit, yeah. Oh, I'm way over level for this. We're gonna murder him. Let's see.
Stimpy's done most of the Lufenia pluses, if not all of them, with Squall.
Yeah.
Which just shows how busted he is.
Yeah, for real. I can't. If you haven't heard about Squall's viability at this point, Squall is a force of nature. Jesus Christ.
I remember the memes back in the day when it hit JP.
Oh,
Goodness me.
yeah. Oh my God, that was a good time. You might need to do some wrong order breaking to end at the right turns. I would break just to swap their turns to push them back. Yeah, like I said, the other problem with that fight was just the ridiculously high defense. When I was running a Vayne team, and admittedly that wasn't a good Vayne team. It was Vayne, Bartz, and Zek. I'd unbreak them with Vayne skill 2 and then not be able to break them again just because I'd be hitting so low. But again, I had a bad team, so. Hey, Ink.
So
no.
hey,
I saw it.
random question.
Go ahead.
Random question. So because defense, it feels like it started to spike around Sabin. I don't know if that's true or not.
Ask
but-
Veridux, he knows.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He
Vera
knows.
So defense started to spike,
Indeed.
and for the
The culprit
longest
in the
time,
fight
brave
in the
damage
two
is
blades.
a better effect than
It's
attack.
likely that
Like
there are
on
others
spheres, ever
conspiring with
since
them, drivers
Lufenia
included.
dropped. Brave damage,
We'd
like
certainly
10% brave damage is way
appreciate
better
the
than
Army's
10%
assistance
attack.
in this matter.
Is it shifting now that
But could I first
there's
ask you to
stupid high
report
defense? Because the
additions
way you
to your
overcome
superior?
high defense is high attack.
I don't know
Way you-
anymore. I don't know
Okay.
anymore because I think it's more just the put the attack up on auras and the brave damage up with units probably.
All right, I'm gonna find a JP player that has too many refined spheres and
Paradox.
ask him to pass.
He is Hoarder. He's Hoarder Supreme plus Min-Maxer Supreme. You guys should be best friends. His fucking cryo is ridiculous. He's so cheap. He has a 0 to 3 cryo with LD only gone like half of the LD boards, and he brags about this. It's ridiculous.
What?
I have wondered, but I didn't know that it was there. Like, there are some passives on the board that are total garbage, right? Like, Shantoto has a ton of wasteful. She has like HP plus damage up, and it's like, oh, okay, but her LD gives her 3 pluses, so why would you ever need that? And I wonder if people that are min-maxing on board points are like, you know,
Yes.
they're treating
Yes.
it like manual summon boards and are like, I don't need this one, I'm gonna skip it. Like, and
That's
not using the auto
exactly
button.
what's happening. There's just people. There are JP. There are not really. Well, there are some version exclusive trends. Like there's a lot. Some JP players love treating Ultima as their Bible, and some Geo players distort takes into the most hyperbolic things possible. But other than that, there's pretty much all the personality types replicated across the board. I mean, like the massive hoarders. Like I know people with millions of gems who hate pulling in JP. Like it happens. They exist. They're just not as loud.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just keep catching up good.
I just want to correct, well, not correct, but add another thing. Like, Theologica's in chat. Theologica also has absolutely incredible runs along with Dystopia.
Oh yeah.
They are both, if you want to learn more about the
Yes.
game and learn interesting strats, like, those two YouTubes will get you so far
Yup,
in the
Theologica
game.
is great.
Absurd.
I shout out to Theological for doing a series in spite of me. That's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, the Vincent Hot Take Saga, or what was it
It
called?
was the Buyer's Remorse saga.
Yeah, Virus and War.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep reading chat. All the LDs from 12 have been stellar. Yeah, they like 12. Stimpy, the new Lufenia Plus with Squall and no twins, didn't sub Squall out either. Yeah, Squall's a monster. It's pretty funny. How much anti-hype he got when people only saw the data mines and not the full picture. That was legendary. What are the pros and cons of Theodore, if you think there are any? I'll speak for Ink here and say hashtag check the website. The game music is overpowering Ink. Whoops, really? Oh my god. Okay, game music down, audio up. Give Ink more power. I need to read this.
Xenoblade is a pretty loud game, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to test the audio levels. Like, the game is down.
I imagine if you had Tora in the party, you just wouldn't be able to hear any of us.
Oh god. How far behind am I? Oh, 123 viewers. God damn! I didn't know so many people were here. I'm so behind on chat. All right, I'm catching up on chat right now. Game is overpowering. I think Reigns and Quistis felt the most bring the character featured or else. Reigns, yes. Quistis a bit less because you could get by with like a very non-built Quistis and still get by. Maybe Pandemonium. Panda also had a secondary orb where if you did a skill that I think buffed you when you did it, you could go through it. So you didn't necessarily need to delete except for certain phases, and Frenzidon could take care of that. Good luck on your polls. Thanks, Poto.
Have a skill that buffs them?
What?
Who doesn't have a skill that buffs them?
Yeah, exactly. Until like consecutive turners, like I think I showed you like the Jack, Tidus, and Paladin Cecil run for Divine Panda with, and I think they used the Frenzidon, and that got them through it. So Zidane was not required for his Lufenia. Quistis Lufenia is flat out impossible without 3-turn delay. Cloud of Darkness or cheap Quistis. Xenoblade 2, let's go. I'm going in like 12 or 11. I'm going in tomorrow. Hi, Nero. Hello. Lufenia Plus is basically endgame on New Game Plus, I guess. I've seen other content creators that are questioning about the Lufenia Plus that's driving players away. Overblown. I ran Fang for Garland Chaos back in the day. She needs some love. Yes. Would you say that early mid Lufenia era to be this game's golden age? It's funny because people say the same thing about mid Chaos. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of people differ on the golden age. It just is what it is. Hello. JP test for GL. Yes, always. It's always easier in global. It's always easier in global. It gets Setzer because Setzer, low turn count, min maxing, very tedious to do. Hello, yep, Theologica, my new fave DFFO creator. Hello, I appreciate that. Driz, how's everyone doing? I'll miss Vane. Can you repeat that shout out? Low turn content creator. The game music. Oh God, I'm so mad.
No, I got it.
Oh.
I added it in the
yeah,
in the
thanks.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, I have to open a window to comment in my own chat. Christ. I think currently the only is volume better now, guys. I'm catching up on chat, so I'll see that shortly. I think currently the only units I have that are high armor are my burst units and GL first units. As long as you're completing content, don't feel the need to invest stuff. I just invested because I figured I'm going to do anyways. Any news on Start Dash? No. I don't like launchers. I don't like your spelling. He spelled it Lonche. As a new JP player, pulling for twins and getting their burst is going to be so easy to get through past content. Yep. Dystopia. Yep. Yeah, you guys chose cool names on paper, but hard to fucking pronounce. I expect Start Dash to be to be mentioned on the next community stream. Kais is very dependent on your comp. Kais has always been dependent on your comp, and this goes back to when that meme went around like, the value of Kais that I totally shit on because it was dependent on the team comp. So you can't. Kais was a very good character, but he had a very high skill ceiling. Like you needed to build around Kais specifically. When you did that, he's insane. Consider Kais is an LD call, because he doesn't need to be on the field to contribute if his debuff is up.
I foolishly got baited by that narrative of, Kais, he's got such great applications months later, and it's like...
And he did, but you had to want to run him.
Yeah, I had to, also pull other people, which I didn't pull, and then it's like, he's useless.
Same with Ami, too. Like, a lot of people, I know, Ami's good, but I know quite a few people had buyer's remorse with Ami, because they didn't like the 4 debuffs, they didn't like the deleting, they found it boring. All this stuff happens. There's always context to these claims, guys.
I had Skipper's Delight on Ami, so that was great.
This is not my first playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh, I saw the video. My video? Is there a maintenance an hour before the most anticipated unit of 2021 first half? I don't know if that's true, but maybe there's a maintenance till the servers don't fall apart.
No, the maintenance is for removing the special boosted from Onion Knight's banner.
Oh, okay.
There's always 30-minute maintenance whenever synergy drop, like super synergy drop.
Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. Rerun characters are generally consolation prizes. I'm gonna steal that. That is the perfect way to describe it. Reruns are definitely almost always consolation prizes. Star-studded stream, 30-minute maintenance. They want everyone to slam their service before an event drop. 20 minutes. Xenoblade worth the play. I haven't touched the franchise. I love both Xenoblade games. I think they're both fantastic and underrated at the same time. Twins LD is super suck versus single target. Twins have always sucked versus single target. Do you recommend Cloud or Ramza Burst for tier 1? Cloud.
I was gonna say Ramza.
Okay,
that's fun.
Let's. You have better reasoning, so let's hear your reasoning first.
He covers more roles than Cloud. So Cloud is obviously, they're both great, but the fact that Ramza works literally on the left, the right, or the middle, and does great work in all three of them. He has instant break to get around the brave damage reductions that they have. So he can help you and shore up your roster weaknesses in many, many ways. But the only downside to him is that his launches are very limited. So you may, like in certain cases, like for example, for the middle node, for the middle node with the flame masks, if you don't have a launcher in party and you're using Ramza as your dedicated launcher, you can't LD till the second wave because you absolutely need all three uses of your launch. And for it, if you have like Cloud's Call, you can use Cloud's Call to like try and get around it. But you have to be really careful. But I think that Ramza's role coverage is so damn wide that he's worth it. But I do think that, like, in general, I'd say for, like, more content, Cloud is probably slightly better of a burst to have.
Okay. Good shout. I lean Cloud because the right node is Blue Crystal required, and Cloud covers that there. And that is, if you have Cloud's burst and you bring him to the right node, you're checking off a lot of things already for that fight. Making their life easier. So
that is very,
less
very fair.
and while Ramza's burst is good and I used Ramza and Cloud on the right note. So we don't know what Ramza's future is gonna be either. I think they were selling Cloud pretty hard on that right note in Transcendence with the blue crystal requirement launches. So just for sanity purposes, later down the road, I lean Cloud.
That's totally fair. Also, Cloud has a lot of gimmicks in his kit to like
delay, buy yourself some time.
Yeah, he has a ton of utility that actually helps much further into Lufenia. That I actually can't speak to how far Ramza goes, but I've seen really late runs with Cloud. Also, people always want to rep Cloud. So
So I lean Cloud. Okay, still catching up on chat. Woo! Hey everyone, are you gonna say something before I keep catching up?
No, I was gonna respond to chat because I saw mixing and I started to have.
Once I'm caught up, then we'll get there. I'm expecting big server problems. Same. There's a one-target boss in the middle of the chaos fights. Yes, devs are still smoking crack. Hard to agree on the Cecil voice line. Squall Max can't wait. Yep, I'm probably gonna pity Squall's burst. Defense down, useful against, and your defense good as well. I was lucky to get Squall's LD. Now we wait for extension. Yeah, hype. Pestle Banish will be up at 10 EST. Yep. Shout out Daylight Savings. What about low defense but more health? I don't know what that's in reference to, so please elaborate now that I'm catching up. Bob, KYS. Speaking of RF Spears, farm those Pestle RFs. Hell yeah. Farm at least 19. Got like 230k gems ready for Paladin Cecil. Good. Units have so much attack up now that I think Brave damage up effects are still much less. I'll tell Duck you're slandering him in public. Oh, yeah. Tell him twice. Tell him his jokes suck too. Tell him his 3 AM bad memes and JP Gen are not acceptable. And and also never mind. You also whoa, chat jumped. God, how far behind am I? You'd also be using Shantoto. I don't know what that's in you were talking about Shantoto for some. Oh yeah, Shantoto's still fine. I do that because I'm low in the character boards points sometimes. Yeah, I emphasize because if you don't have Mog Pass, then your character boards points might get kind of sketchy. So you want to ration them as reasonably as possible. It's just that Dux just has a bunch of character board points, and he's just a hoarder for the sake of hoarding. Water. Hi. Hello. I will push auto if I'm lazy. Auto plus when. Ink, Ink's a loser. Don't encourage him. What's up, guys? Theological, do you do voice commentary? I don't think Theologica does voice commentary. Voice commentary is asking a lot, guys. It's very distracting. How do you buy stuff on the Japanese version? I want to get the Moogle passes so I can chill my grind. I buy gift cards, and I have a JP Google account that I log into on BlueStacks. It's pretty convoluted, and I have a hard time explaining it. Oh, Theologica responded. Okay, Inks. Wow, I really am still behind. Have you considered? No, they're probably. Only thing that makes me nervous about Lufenia Plus is how inclusive it might become. I'll wait a while before I draw judgment. Okay, I'm gonna play the game while I do this. I
think it's fine. Don't
yeah. Only thing that makes me. Yeah, it'll be fine when it rolls around. Don't worry. Hello, Anomander. Are you live pulling Cecil after this? No, I don't want to sit through lag. Inkwelder, thank you, found the subscribe. Great, show love. I see a great game, and mid any era is always a fun time. Agreed, because that's when they like get CS6. That's a veteran take. Good job. Not long till polls. People are used to current levels and have a wide roster. Power creep hasn't made it trash time. Volume seems better. Volume's fine. Okay, good. Is this your first time live? No, I'm doing it a bit more consistently now. I'm trying to go for every Wednesday because that's also when Ink's around and it's fun to have him tag in, and we can kind of just shoot the shit about random things. Am I way behind on this video, or am I way behind on I am hilariously behind on comments. The fact that I'm just now reading that should be almost there. The wonders of having Kais. Hello, Belial. Guys, follow Belial. He's the final villain of the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. he's the final villain. This is what your super chats are for. Pay for your comments to be read. Is super chatting available? I don't know. Omnia's the best friend unit. Volume is fine. Good luck on draw tonight. Trash server times. I use Omni a lot, and I pulled her to give people a powerful friend unit. Yeah, I mean, definitely get good use on Omni. Just not for everyone. We're all waiting for Paladin. I don't care about Pestle as a character. I know he's going to be good. Yeah, I feel that. I need some game changes. I only beat like two Lufenias. If you're having trouble with Lufenia, feel free to join the TCC server, Crystal Chronicles. A bunch of people who are willing to help you out. Tomberry Troop site, all that good stuff. A bunch of resources in the community. If you don't have a BT's units burst, should you try to avoid using them in Transcendence in case later you get the burst without overthinking it? Probably overthinking it. Yeah, you're probably overthinking it. I just go ahead.
From the research we've been looking at and chatting with people, and BC, of course, keep me honest, right?
Yeah.
But like the saving people, I think Gladio is the only character that is generally recommended to save because his lost chapter comes back, and Transcendence 5 like sort of caters a little bit to him, a little, not a lot, not like, oh my god, I must save Gladio or I can't do Transcendence 5. That is not the message, but it's helpful if you have him. So he's probably the only one, like he's great on 1 and 5, and he's probably good on the others too, but in general, saving people doesn't make sense. Like someone said, oh, I'm going to save Paladin Cecil in Transcendence 1.
Don't save Paladin
I don't use
Cecil.
him.
That's probably the worst decision you can make. Use Cecil immediately.
Yeah, it's basically the equivalent of like saying, oh, I'm going to stick my hand through this meat grinder because it will be like, I don't know, I won't have to wash my arm anymore. Like, don't do that. That's ridiculous.
It's a horrible idea to save Paladin Cecil. Yeah. You are. I mean, if you don't have Paladin Cecil and you want to show off runs without Paladin Cecil, more power to you. You're doing God's work for the community. However, for the mere mortals, please use Paladin Cecil in the left node and the final node, please.
People just love hoarding.
Yeah, people love hoarding. Okay, I'm
they
almost
really
caught
do.
up on chat.
And I'll just say I have absolutely terrible analogies that I think up on the fly.
Yes.
And Necklord is much sharper with analogies.
Don't like, enable him.
Only with caffeine.
Do not enable him.
Fair. Neck is great though.
No, he's not.
Do you prefer Neck or Necklord? Like, do you need your full name?
I don't mind either way.
Okay.
It's a stupid name
Don't
regardless.
Enable him. Anywho, Rapping Cloud. Hello, John Belmont. You're hilarious too. When's the maintenance up? Eventually. Can't always rerun.
I think it's a minute.
You can't always rerun, but do you want to rerun? Is the real question. Oh wait, the maintenance is on right now. Oh, okay. Well.
It ends in less than a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
Shout out to MateriaBot.
Shit.
Just go on Discord and type
$,
maintenance, and it will tell you either how long until maintenance or how long until maintenance ends. So it is an absolutely beautiful bot. It is so clean. Just type $maintenance in Discord. I'm gonna put
Isn't afraid of anything.
I'm gonna put the TCC Discord in the chat.
Set up. Kills aliens and doesn't afraid of anything. Okay, almost caught up, chat. New Snyder Cut trailer is so good. I didn't even see the original Batman vs Superman. Oh, what if bosses had less defense but more health? That would be not fun because you'd be fighting bosses for like an hour. Hole. Okay. Thank you for the response about buying JP stuff. I didn't even think about BlueStacks to add a JP account. I only did that because I kept messing with the VPN. I had it. I used to do PayPal, but I screwed that up somehow. Screw the lag. Chat catch up is hilarious. You're welcome. Who do you this is a great? Okay, I assume you mean who do you think is a great unit for clearing past content? Squall. Chat backlog is like catching up to a manga. This is why you're great, John Belmont. In your opinion, name top 3 hardest stages of all time on release. Vanilla Lost Chapter, Atlanta EX stage, and Sephiroth Lufenia. Ooh, man. Get back to me on that. I'm already in love with Belial Spicy comps. Screw Belial, he sucks. Go ahead.
I remember I just recently watched a run of Vanilla LC at its release, and it was like 129 turns, and they completed all requirements, and I was like, oh my god, that's utterly painful.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Glad I wasn't around for that. Okay, almost there, guys. Although I'm sure chat's gonna be peeling off now that the banner's going live.
It is slow to get in. No one's peeling off.
Okay. Let's see. I did with that with Kaisen and Dimensions End. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes. The Reno Vivid analogy. Don't enable Link's analogy, please. If you have a bunch of bursts, bring them. Yeah. Kept saving and never use Kais. Yeah. Go ahead.
You can try to aim to, like, if you want to optimize, use 2 bursts per Transcendence. That's probably optimal.
And you're
trying 1 is
enough.
Painful. 0 is putting your head through the meat grinder. Forget your arm.
Yeah, don't be a hero. Yes. Don't be a hero. What game is this? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I want more memes, Necklord. Okay, well, honestly, from my experience with Dimensions End, I was able to keep up just fine by using whatever characters got released, updated before the new tier. Same applies for Transcendence, even more so. Maintenance over. It's over. Connecting. I got in immediately.
You lucky bastard.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
I'm still loaded.
I'm connecting, yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
The worst part about connecting is that it will eventually rotate to either the Sayador chapter art or the Bart's chapter art, and those chapter arts are terrible. Do not like them.
Every time you say that, it cracks me up.
Or the bugged hair on Yuna.
The hair on Yuna, that's fine.
It's unforgivable.
It's just the fact they still haven't fixed it.
That's unforgivable. Who is Necklord? Is this the one in Suikoden? I think that's what his name was a reference to.
Yes, it is. Also, people ask who is Necklord, but
here we go.
do they ask how is Necklord?
Shut up. Okay. Take a while to log in. Who would have thought? I got in immediately. They announced they previewed Transcendence 1 in game. Exciting. A week from now? Oh, buddy. It's a week from now? Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
we've got Kais coming up in a few days, I think, and then
I see.
Transcendence. This was a pretty big break.
Yeah.
I'm going nuts because I had to get all of the analysis done and the LD board stuff for Squall,
no free
Cloud,
Paladin
and Lightning.
Feels bad.
Yeah, I don't know why people are now asking how is Necklord.
Better now that you've asked in chat. I feel appreciated.
I'm in chat. I mean, I'm in game, and I'm not pulling because I'm on stream. Maybe I should pull on stream. Nah, that's a lot of work. I could pull on stream. Nah, that's a lot of work. You'll just have to wait. First pull, GG. Nice. Necklord funny. No, he's not. Pulling at the moment. Is loading game a gacha now? Yes. Waiting for the one ticket, by the way, comments. Content creator perk allows them to join immediately. Does it? Maybe it does. I really have rarely lagged. The only time I remember lagging is Squall's LD and Burst.
Then I am not flagged as a content creator.
I don't like Cecil's shoes art. Yeah, he needs some new J's. Other night I had the Kuja and Shantoto art while loading. Getting his RNG now. Good luck connecting. How is Necklord? Horrible. I got Onion Nice Burst in the daily free ticket drop. Amazing. Congrats. Haha, Necklord funny. Isn't Necklord dead? Hopefully. Gotta have Paladin Cecil still pullable. Okay, Necklord, how are you doing? Don't ask him that. He's not. Super chats for I need to figure out if super chats are on, because if they're not, then I just fumbled my own bag. I had all these people in here, and
maintenance is over. Banana Lord, you can go in.
The real maintenance is the loading screen, though.
Shut
Still
up.
going for me. Do you know, it's times like this I wish I had Vincent's turn rate. Goodness me.
Oh my god, it keeps getting worse.
That's excellent. I'm really glad I never played the After Years because I feel no affinity toward Paladin Cecil's costume.
His costume's from the DS version.
Alright, well, it's not from the FF2 version that I played on Super Nintendo.
Nerd!
That is the best way to play FF2 and FF3 is on a Super Nintendo cartridge that you have to blow in to make work.
What time does maintenance end? It's already over, champ. Had to pity LD. What time does maintenance end? Oh yeah, I just read that. Devil May Cry clickbait report. I didn't clickbait this time. I just put my background thumbnail. What time does connect again?
I don't know why you didn't use a burst orb.
I think I had dislikes last time because of that. Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. It evened out. Oh, holy shit! People, wow, 1,000 people watched that stream after the fact. Oh my god!
You need a tag timestamp the stream next time.
Oh my god! Okay, That's incentive. 1,000 views. Holy crap. All right, guys. I need the usual YouTube thing. If you're watching this stream right now, please like the video because that'll get some more visibility on that because apparently people are enjoying this. If you like the streams, please like them. It helps out a ton. I know it's actually funny being on the other side of that now that I do YouTube and seeing how much of a big difference. Well, first off, when I started asking people to like and subscribe, they did it more. It's actually hilarious how effective of a thing is, which is why people do it, obviously. But it really does like help boost things up like crazy. So if you're watching this right now, please take a second and drop a like. I would love you if you did that on a platonic level. Vincent turn rate's OP. Don't enable Necklord. Ink and Necklord, who's your favorite character? Oh wow, feels like you haven't been paying attention.
We're
feels like
FF6 connoisseurs, you know.
Yeah. Sabin and Cyan. That's like they're all they're known for.
Cyan actually has a skill level that is like comparable to Kais. Like if you really want to maximize Cyan, you need to.
That's a take. I can't even tell if you're serious.
He's just got so many layers.
He is tricky to use sometimes as to whether you want to get speed or max brave first. It is comp dependent.
Ink equals ratings? Yeah, you think I didn't notice that? People want more of you. Thanks. If you didn't know, yeah, but you know, what's the fourth law of power? Always say less than necessary. Or there's something in that book about making yourself not available when people need you, so people value you more. So when I do things like this, people enjoy it. Liked and subbed. Thank you. New stream. I read chat. Now the likes counter goes up. Yeah, it just shot up like crazy just because I asked people to do it. It's crazy. Go the power of group thinking. People honestly just straight up forget to do it. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's if I'm watching somebody I like and they're like, hey, could you like? And I'm like, oh yeah, let me do that. It helps. I push like, can I connect to the game now? Sure, I'll let you in the game. I like because you asked. Yep. Loading screen, but the sync's self turn delay. Hello, Yoshi Pasta. You're the one. You're one of the people who are getting a big shout out in my Vincent follow-up video. Cause you man, I am so mad at myself for not. I contradicted myself so many times in that video. And only after the fact kind of realized it, because I was like, I understand the fact that he's a debuffer, but then I didn't think of him as a debuffer in cases where one of his skills was shut out. And it's so many things that became obvious in hindsight that I'm a little miffed about. Like at first I was like, oh, why would you bring Vincent to Theodor's Lufenia if one of his skills is resisted? But I didn't know about the Eye Brave Downs interaction with the Reaper Plus and how it just neutered that attack completely. I was like, oh. Yeah, that's a good reason to bring him. Even if I still maintain that the content is working against him, and they should have released him earlier. But that being said, he still has current viability, so I'm gonna rescind that because I'm actually gonna run Vincent on this Lufenia where he's lightning absorb. I'm gonna run him with Paladin Cecil, but I plan on running him. How hopeful are you for a broken Cyan LD dream? I think both of them would have a stroke. Is that an accurate assessment, guys?
That is.
Yep, highly accurate.
I would have a stroke, but if they made his head in the character model smaller, I would have an aneurysm. That would be amazing.
You just don't understand. I'm sitting looking at this.
Yeah, if his neck stopped clipping into his clothes, that would also be cool.
Justice for Cyan. Crabs in the chat, guys. Crabs in the chat for Cyan. I like the stream out of virtue for looking like a pullback. There wasn't even any content that day, I don't think.
That was the top comment.
That was really funny. What
a sight.
Hey,
super chats are on. Thanks, CSDX. How's it going? Thank you for being the first super chatter. I don't know how to deal with this. I wasn't prepared.
What a sight.
Okay, guys. Well, as you can see, with if you send me money and you want me to pay special attention to what you say, then give it. I don't know what to do. Thank you, CSDX. I really appreciate it. Act surprised every video and ask people to like it. I only like on super helpful vids. Fair enough. But thankfully everything I say is super helpful. So, comma.
It's a pat on the back.
Hello, Karina Ayala. Does it matter if we watch your videos through? Some days I see your video, play for seconds, hit like, and then go about my day. I think view time matters. Overall, I think it matters, but anything you can do is appreciated. But having a higher view time does help the algorithm more, because I'm not going to show off my metrics because I don't know what I'm going to show off on accident. But you can see when people drop off, and it's usually around like the 5-minute mark, which is it's fascinating for reassessing your view of humanity and how low our attention spans are, which is pretty horrifying almost. Because now whenever I watch a YouTube video and then I tune out after 5 minutes, I'm like, oh no, I did it. I am the statistic. Ah!
BC, I was watching one of your videos, like it was just one of your regular runs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like also at the time like prepping food, and I just wanted like to listen to something in my ear, and I was like, okay, whatever. And all of a sudden, like a girl started like, normally if an ad pops on while I'm busy and I'm watching YouTube, I'm like, whatever, I'll let the ad fly. It's fine.
Yeah.
This girl starts yammering about how she got dumped or whatever, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I look, it's a 47-minute ad. And I'm like, what the
Whoa!
This is advertising. Who is going to sit there for 47? That's weird. It's an hour-long episode on network television. Who the hell would sit there for that?
That's crazy. I want Imperial immunity back. Yeah. Oh man, that interaction was so funny that that Vincent worked better against Imperial immunity content. That is hilarious. Yeah, bring it on. Jesus Christ. I didn't expect that at all. That was a shocker. Cyan looks drunk in this game. Yeah, he does. Maybe he's drunk over not getting updates fast enough. All I want is Prish LD. I feel that. Prish
needs a lot more than just her LD.
Yeah, Prish needs some milk. Cyan costume win. Crabs are being spammed in chat. BC question: best girl in Danganronpa? Wait, I was about to get snarky about that, but I don't know the answer. Oh shit, it's like Kyoko. All the Tsundere girls are best. That's my thing. Kyoko, Chiaki for weeb reasons. That might be it actually. And what's it called? In the third game, Maki. I love Maki too. What are we playing? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. My phone's sitting here on the poll screen, and I want to poll, but I'm not gonna hook up my phone and get that set up because I don't feel like it. If I wanted to pull on stream, then I need some. Maybe I'll try it later for something else, but not now. Game looks interesting. Xenoblade Chronicles. I should put that in the description.
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah.
Go fix that.
With Xeno, nope, not turn caps lock off. Maintenance and chill. All right, with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Where's the Mark cameo? Mark is too busy free pulling Paladin Cecil when we don't have a free pull.
Well, he is cameoing in this because he's just got his anime filter on.
Mark is hilarious. Why don't they use Vincent money on our server upgrades for our life? That's hilarious.
The lag wasn't that bad. If you're ticket pulling, it's awful. But if you're gem pulling, which is either you're okay missing Paladin Cecil or you're gemming, you're not doing both because mixing is a crime to your health and sanity.
Yeah.
But there's no disaster stories. If you think of disaster stories, there's only disaster stories. You don't hear it's like, oh, I had to pity it. It's like, okay, you'll usually find somebody worse, like Mark, that pitied the BT on the first day and then ticket pulled it or free pulled it later.
Yep.
But there are no horror stories that you hear when it comes to using gems only. Horror stories only come when it's like, I used 970 tickets and then used 125k gems or some ridiculous nonsense to get what they wanted. Which is just painful.
Okay.
How much time do I have left on the Chocobo panel?
Slowing down. Is there a new one?
No.
Oh,
I just
probably
haven't
new
used
tomorrow.
Onion Knight 40 times.
Oh, yeah. Is this Xenoblade? Yes. I want to see what kind of playstyle Amaran will have when he gets in the game. That's a nice assumption, assuming he's going to get in the game. We're getting Shulk, and nothing but Shulk. Jack Burst hype. Ew, yeah. Otherworld hype is through the roof right now. Just had to pay Pilot Cecil LD. Sorry. What do
Do you
pull
think-
screens look like again? I don't know.
Do you think Jack BT will summon Sin?
No. I just want him to.
Do you hope that it does?
No. I want him to skewer. I want it to be exactly his the City 012 burst. Just that. Just come on. He just stabs you and then copies Tidus's final thing. Marcus cameoed in the chat. Yes, he has. Not that bad if it's stuck connecting for 16 minutes. Oof. Pulling on this banner feels like Theodore's HP conditions. Disaster is I
HP
had to
conditionals.
pity 300 and got no EX. Whew. Hopefully you have EX tokens. Like we've had we've had ProTag EX tokens twice, right? You can at least use those, right? Oh, unless you're not talking about Paul and Cecil. True, I was using tickets. I better stop. No, you started using tickets. Don't almost incriminate yourself with mixing, sir.
I mean,
commit to those tickets.
If you're gonna stop tickets because you've realized you've made a mistake, then that's fine. I think that's the best mixing story there can be, is that you had a stroke of genius and realized that you were in the wrong, and you're now using gems. That's totally fine.
Jack BT would probably be the City 012 attack. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That'd be the big hype. I have
really
30
wanna see him
gems
summon
and 200
Sin.
ticks. Should I gem pestle or ticket him? Ticket. You don't have enough gems to pity, so don't use gems.
Yeah, you need to save your gems. And when you get to 75, don't dump them right away. Wait until you need something. Try it for people should do the event before they pull.
Yes, that is actually.
There's
the
also
god's
a lot less lag.
Yes, do the event first, then pull. What was I doing? That was back for Gladio. Hi, I'm new here. Hello, new here. I can't believe I just said that.
What should I eat? I'm gonna ask chat
Tacos.
selfishly what I should eat for dinner. So I can have hot dogs. I can do pancakes, which have my friend's homemade
What?
maple syrup from Michigan. Or I don't know. I probably have some jank
Pancakes
left.
or hot dogs?
Oh, I do have a taco. That's true. Pancakes, hot dogs, taco.
What?
This is what happens when my wife leaves me to fend for dinner one night. I have
multiple questions.
chicken nuggets also, but I think those are out of the question
Why?
because they're shaped like dinosaurs, and I don't feel like eating them right now.
What does one have
are
to
they-
do with the other?
Are they just too cute to eat?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Who cares what they look like? They're
Well-
chicken nuggets. Was there not a reason?
No, that's it.
Okay, it's just...
Just quiet. That's all.
I was making sure. I was hoping for some semblance of logic behind it, but no. Dinner, tacos, scrambled eggs, the choice, dad joke. I can't believe it. Ugh. I'm not old enough to make dad jokes. Can
And
I have devil?
CSDX, I do sometimes eat my hot dogs in flour tortillas, so they are sort of like tacos in that sense.
You are not to be trusted.
But I can appreciate a real taco. That is not a real
This
taco.
is sociopath behavior. A glizzy and a burrito shell? Oh no, that ain't it.
So, John Smith, even though, yes, everything I named does sound like a college student's meal, that's true. But I would rather have good, like, great food when I'm, like, having lunch or dinner with my wife. Or breakfast. Like, anything. I would always rather have great food. Eating great food by myself was something I used to do, but I would rather save it for when I can enjoy it with a friend or family.
I have like 2K free tickets. What could go wrong?
Yeah, it's...
Don't ask that. I remember I had.
Wasn't
Go ahead.
Xenoblade the original one? Wasn't it like one of the best reviewed games that was like impossible to find? It was like $90 a copy.
Yeah, it was hard to get access to. Yeah. But
Yeah,
they
it's crazy.
recently remastered it for Switch, and it's incredible.
The
I recommend
Switch
both games really
elitism
hard.
that goes on. There's too many exclusives on the Switch. They do that
It's
to
a
incentivize
great
you to buy
console.
the Switch.
You should have
But-
everyone should have a Switch.
Even the
Yeah.
non-exclusives, it's just so play
Yeah.
a bunch of games on a Switch.
Agreed. I've been getting nothing but mileage out of this thing. Great investment.
Yeah, hopefully when the Switch Pro drops, it won't go the way of PS5s.
Oh,
Mega shortages and
no, that'd be
scalpers.
horrible. That would be horrible. I like how Xenoblade is basically a free gacha. Wish more offline RPGs did that. Yeah. They could have been really scummy with this game, but they weren't. It's actually incredible.
I'd have guessed without you saying.
For the people who don't know, I guess okay, yeah, I'll do some polls. How about that? I'll do some polls. There's an RNG system in this game for getting new equipment, but the rates are pretty good. You basically choose a party member. I need some blades on Morag, and you choose a core crystal, and then you can you spin it, and sometimes you can get something good. Let's see if I get anything good, guys. Chat, bless me. I have a Switch I regret it. Really? You want to elaborate on that? Good Meals Company can't get in. Rip. I wish you could take my spot because I'm in and not doing anything. I should like start the event. That'd be a good use of my time. Isn't Pokemon? Okay, I didn't get anything good. Isn't Pokemon technically a gacha game? I don't think so. Still not connected. Should I just go data or continue to use Wi-Fi? Just be patient.
Yeah, you've got to wait for all the content creators have to connect first, and then you get to.
Yeah. You second low tier citizens. They had the original Xenoblade on 3DS. You needed a new one to play. Yeah, that was trashy. Need Dissidia on the Switch? No. No. Grr. Still can't get a Series X. I still can't get a PS5, and I gotta get one to play Yuffie. I own it on a Wii, 3DS, and Switch. That's a fan right there. If you have everything on the banner except per pallet, accessible all the in person, you have a good amount of diamonds and 350 tickets. Should I use tickets or diamonds? Diamonds as in gems. If you have 75k, this is a banner to gem. It is absolutely a banner to gem.
If you don't have 75k, then you need to start like aggressively saving. Because every month is relentless. Although next month is probably the least relentless in terms of months. But it depends on your affinity for various characters. But if you have no affinity to Final Fantasy and you're playing this game, props to you. But next month is probably like the fewest number of like chase type characters. I say that even though I'm skipping like one banner maybe.
Let's see. 3 gem balls and not one Cecil weapon. Just doing inject stuff. Just hold on. You can do it.
Big koala. I got like 7 golds and they were all Laguna inject 15 and 35. Do you know how exciting it is when you get a gold orb on the 4th freaking thing, and then it's a relentless onslaught of Laguna and Jet.
Onslaught? You mean onslaught or assault?
Surprise attack.
Both.
Sneaky.
Okay.
If I made a new word, that's great. You can put that in the description.
Hurt my hands to play a portable for a long period of time because it's so heavy and massive. Bad frame rate in portable mode. Twist drift, no reason to get multipass due to lack of performance. I assume you're talking about the. Oh, this means hype. I love Xenoblade 2. Wanted to try Xenoblade 1. How much difference is the gameplay wise between those two? Oh, the gameplay is actually extremely different. I think Xenoblade 2 has the better gameplay, but I think Xenoblade 1 has the better story. Overall, Shulk's really cool. You can move while auto attacking in that game, and the arts work complete. You don't have blades. There's no blade driver mechanics. It's just everyone has their weapon. It's really different. but they're both really good in their own way. Definitely recommend if you enjoy 2. Plus, you can enjoy the references in 2 when they allude to 1. I got the World Ends With Me, World Ends With You remaster, and that made me angry. Why did it make you angry? I think I own the remaster, but I haven't played it once. Tiny said Paladin, Cecil, Theodore, Kieran, Comp. I hope you win. I would say get it stolen now because she's a worthy investment. It still is rough because she's kind of ass when she first releases. I'm sorry, 14 fans. You gotta wait a little bit longer for a good 14 LD because it still is kind of mid on release. That's unfortunate, but they didn't give her everything she needed. Gotcha salt. On salt sounds like a good gotcha term. Please don't let that catch on, guys. On salt, getting rares on banners that aren't your chase item. Oh, stop. Stop.
I'll have to listen back. I have no idea. But if I said on salt, that's
you did say on salt.
All right. It's a great mashup. It's like from How I Met Your Mother, like
oh my god,
Possimpable.
Gross.
You're just combining great things.
Gross.
Himium is a quality show.
You said How I Met Your Mother? I'm thinking of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother is really good. Do they have that in the UK Necklord, or you guys did you guys just get Smurfs or something?
It's How I Met Your Mom.
What?
It was a Britain joke.
Your mom. Oh, his neck gone. That's sad.
Is he? He's still here. He's just not audible if he's talking. Damn it.
All right,
that was a good joke too. Ah!
Yeah. If you the UK is like best for getting chicken flavored potato chips. I'm not really sure why you'd want your potato chips to taste like a rotisserie chicken, but if that's your jam, I mean, hey,
really?
It's a good market for you.
It's a thing. The World Ends With You on Switch is a port of the mobile version and the controls hurt. Yikes. Added content bad, added stories bad. Oh man. Joy-Cons and mimic a sword. Ugh. Oh man, that's rough. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't touch it though. Thanks for the heads up, guys, because I have it like sitting here. It's the only physical game on Switch I bought. I think I just bought it because I saw it on sale. Yikes, that's rough. I didn't play the original either, so that sucks. Spent 30k gems on Paladin Cecil LD banner. It only got 35 of Ejecting Laguna. Worst mistake of my life. Did you use gems without going to pity?
You need a pity.
Oh.
Go magically dig up 45,000 gems because otherwise you have wasted them.
Like lightning.
Expecting to get all of it in 30k is like extremely.
Yeah,
the odds are not in your favor.
What? I failed again? Music and art that they don't ruin because it was made for 2 screens is good though. That's good.
Make sure you
Man, what's with the little circle thing around this chick?
Huh?
The little orbs. I have no idea what this game is. So
Oh, Xenoblade?
Yeah.
I don't know what's on screen now.
Yeah,
I'm just side questing right now. I'm probably not seeing anything of value. What was I doing? Yeah, I'm not, because I was gonna play the story, but then I was about to get to like a very big moment in that game, and I don't want to put spoilers on my stream, so I had to find something else to do.
So how, BC? I'll ask you random questions. So how bad or annoying is it if we do get start dash after Transcendence?
Fine.
Will Cloud still be like very good and useful for right stage and middle stage?
Probably. Just not as good.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he gets HP damage up, and he gets like slightly more attack, and his LD hits harder. So
Yeah.
it won't be as good.
The HP damage up is pretty damn nice though.
Yeah, agreed. But,
especially if you stack that with good bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely makes and Paladin Cecil.
Yeah.
Finally got Paladin Cecil LD. Still looking for EX and burst. Good
You're-
luck. Hopefully
the
you're using
EX
gems if you're chasing the burst.
Yeah. Never chase a burst with tickets, but hopefully you have EX tokens. That's actually why I swapped. I only redeem EX tokens now from the hunt, like the daily hunt shops, because I'm flush with tickets. I'm not flush. I haven't finished the requirement to master 100 boards on Ramu yet. I'm at 99. That's how many, and I've
Wow.
I have rewards sitting in boards for every character in the game. No one
suck.
is dry. I just haven't claimed them, but I'm at like 800 tickets now, and there's no reason for me to get them. Ingots, I have so many ingots, I have so many books, and I've maxed everybody that I want. I'm not like, I guess there's some 0-3 LDs that I left, like Kimari, that I just never really intended to use again after their synergy. But outside of that, like, I've maxed everybody, and it just makes more sense to get the EX tokens. The only consideration is that you need is that basically to get 10 EX tokens is you're basically trading away 300 tickets that you could take. So you're basically saying, okay, I think that like basically 1 EX is more valuable than 300 tickets, which I think is fair just because tickets are RNG. You might get 20 EXs and 300 tickets, or you might get none. So I like the guarantee aspect of them, just like how weapon token, like power tokens, the red ones, are really useful.
I want to buy the BT, so these totals stop sitting in my inventory. That's how they get you, dude. Don't fall for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nuts because I don't. So I'm gonna have to wait until Terra to empty my BT tokens. I got lucky and got his BT while I was chasing the LD.
Nice.
Paladin Cecil, but like I'm sitting here with BT tokens in my box, so I'm gonna have to wait, I guess, for Terra. And if I pull, the odds of me getting Terra are pretty high. I'm gemming her banner and I'm gemming Mog's banner, so I have a pretty decent likelihood of getting her burst there. And at that point, I'm getting to the point where the tokens are going to expire. I'm going to have to use them on somebody, and I don't necessarily know who I should pick up. Probably Noctis or Arden. I don't know. I definitely won't get Lightning.
Why not?
Big Koala, you get BT tokens from doing the challenge quests in the events menu. You have to use 3 synergy characters in order to get it. And if you're a veteran, you usually have some gear for those characters, or the like best way to try to generally tackle them is to pull the burst characters LD, because they're synergy for 2 weeks. So you can use them on all the challenge quests. It gives you a pretty high likelihood of being able to get through the challenge quest. That gets you 1 BT token, and they've thrown others around. Like, they give you the premium Mog Pass for free, and you can redeem that for 10 burst tokens. Transcendence 1 is going to give you 4 burst tokens if you do the synergy and you complete it. So there's lots of burst tokens lying around. You have to do the challenge quests when they drop. That's the thing. So if you've been skipping them, you can't really go back to it. Just start now.
Yeah, it really adds up.
Yeah, it really does. It's great. But don't. One thing that a lot of people have said is, like, it is absolutely not worth it to go chase. Like, don't pity a banner for an LD just because they're 2-week synergy and you want them for the challenge quests. And that's all you're going to use them for, because you're basically spending 75,000 gems to get up to 3 burst tokens, which is, what is that, like a 12th or 13th of a burst? Even worse. Like, that's not worth it. A burst weapon is not worth because a burst weapon is literally worth 125,000. So using 75,000 to get a fraction of a burst makes no sense.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself. Shouldn't the title of the stream be with Ink instead of with Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Yes, and I changed it right after you said that. I haven't played a long time. There's been more than 50 events that rewarded them so far. Yeah, if you've been playing a while, and the challenge quests are largely trivial now, with some exceptions. God, Paladin Cecil ulti with 7 pulls. Should I keep going for his burst or no? Or wait?
Wait. Yeah, just wait until Gabranth is done. If you're ticket pulling Kais or Gabranth, you may get the burst there. But yeah, it depends on how many bursts you have. I love Paladin Cecil. He's a favorite of mine. I've used him I used him very often in EX Plus. There are even people that commented on my videos that are like, "Can you stop running Paladin Cecil? You're making me want to token him from the shop and max him." So I'm a huge proponent of him, and even I was like, I don't know if I want this burst, because you're only going to use it when he's the only burst in the party.
Yeah. Good effect.
I think, the only time you would use his burst with another burst in party is if the other burst is like Y'shtola or Warrior of Light.
Yep.
Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe even Warrior of Light can do something funky with launches or something. I don't know. Like if you set up some crazy weird launch comp, the battery adds up.
You got a few burst tokens at anniversary. Yeah. Selling dupe burst will get you 5 more. Yep. I got Paladin Cecil LD at 280 G tokens. No burst. Should I roll 300 to hope for the burst? If I don't get it, I'll always token on him later. It's 5k worth it here. Are you missing anything else on the banner?
If you have his EX already, just stop right there. Max the LD, unless you are a min-maxer and you're really short on power stones. But otherwise, just max the LD right now. In general, you're not supposed to invest power stones in a weapon before you're done pulling.
What was I gonna say? If you're missing an EX on the banner, I would personally go to 300 there, and then pity that EX that you're missing, because that's just one off the pile at that point. You're almost there.
Yeah, you can create a lot of memes if you show a G token redemption screen for getting Jack DX. That would be that would be special. Yeah, I think Crispy, like Onion Knight's challenge quest with Bahamut was a pain in the butt for a lot of players. That was one of the tankiest chaoses that we've ever had.
Yeah, pretty funny.
I went into it, I knew it was going to be tanky, but I went into it, I'm like, I don't care. I'm forcing through my daily Cactuar team.
Wow. Which
is Leo, Charlotta, and Kais. And I used them, and they were completely exhausted on skills, and I somehow made it through. But that's just that's the power of Kais, DC.
Yeah,
he just keeps giving. That wasn't for the challenge quest, but just the regular one.
I've been spending on the 2 weeks energy in JP, mostly because it helps beat the current events and helps expand the roster as well as the challenge quest. Yep, that's generally a good rule of thumb for trying to get challenges done. Let me go board cam.
So BC, one thing from chat that Miss Stolten is mentioning is one of the downsides of streaming on YouTube is that if you don't have YouTube Red, which most people don't pay for, if you don't have YouTube Red, you can't listen in the background. Like Twitch, you can listen to a stream in the background and play the game. And yeah, YouTube you can't. You have to stay on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that? Oh, okay. Maybe I should go to Twitch then.
No, that's one of the latest. That was one of the latest ones.
Oh, they recently changed that?
No. Sorry. That was one of the recent comments that was made.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's always been like that. You're never able to watch YouTube in the background. It's very, very annoying for
even
people
if you
that
picture in
aren't
picture?
subscribed.
Or is this an iPhone thing, or because I'm pretty sure on Android you can watch it in the background.
Oh,
Wait, no,
if you
I have
picture in
YouTube.
picture
I have
Android-
YouTube Red though. Never mind. I don't. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, YouTube Red makes a difference. A lot of people don't have it, and if you exit YouTube, it just dies. Also, although I don't know, the downside of Twitch is that if people listen to you on Twitch and they like put it in the background, it disables ads. I'm pretty sure when that happens. Not that that should matter,
Yeah.
but that is one of the things that listens to stuff on Twitch and doesn't care about watching. Just switch off Twitch to turn those damn ads off, because they get really annoying.
Okay, good call. Some of these polls are straight garbage. It'll be 115 CP, nothing else. It happens sometimes. That's what the pity system is for.
And Splurgist, your luck may suck, but there's probably at least like 3,000 or 4,000 people that either have worse luck or just as bad luck. So you can.
Evens out.
Yeah, it really does even out. Like, I didn't have to pity Paladin Cecil's LD. I expected that I would need to because I've pitied 7 out of 11 now LDs. So I basically just assume that I'm going to pity the LD at this point. Most of the time when I'm gem pulling, it takes me to 75. I just get it. But yeah, luck is, this is why it's not worth ever using tickets and then gems. You're just going to lose overall more resources. I gave a really good example to Taz because he gave an actual scenario where he spent tickets and gems, and he was like, yeah, your example makes sense. I would have saved 110,000 gems if I did your method, but that requires patience. So I don't have that.
Patience
I was like, all right,
overrated.
fair. That's fair.
I think I had the worst raid Defo had was a Cerberus raid with Papalymo Seymour EX. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass because there was no synergy healer except for Snow, who hadn't been reworked at that point and didn't have an EX. That was a mess. My luck sucks. It'd be like that.
I need to get started on farming spirit.
Oh yeah, farm at least 19 of a spirit, guys. I was talking about talking to Veridux about the Paladin Cecil RF interaction. Apparently, it was supposed to work like that from the jump. It just was never addressed until someone brought it up. Apparently, I don't know if that's 100% true, but
I mean, you probably can't even tell that, like in GL right now, if you throw, I have Paladin Cecil's spear on somebody.
Yeah.
I forgot.
5%. Yeah, just bumping it up 5%, you probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah. So tiny.
I don't have YouTube Red and picture-in-picture works. Okay, that's what I thought. Can picture-in-picture.
Without you saying.
Whoa. I got in 2 polls. Lucky me. Congrats. Where am I going?
Yeah, hopefully, I'm sure that Squex is making bank off this banner.
Oh yeah, printing. Money's being printed. It's over here. I'm going the wrong direction. I do not know how to navigate to save my life. It's actually pathetic. Yeah, congrats on your polls, guys. Oh, Rip Neck Lord. Unless that was Anchor left. You know, it was Anchor.
I'm guessing Neck fell asleep.
Yeah, he had to have fallen asleep.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 in the morning there.
Yeah, I don't know why he even bothered.
Or maybe he went to work. Who knows? But yeah, this time is pretty chill. Although I will for sure cut out if you're still going at 11 Central.
No, I'm probably gonna wind it down soon, anyways, so I can pull and go to sleep.
When I hopped on, I had just run a 5K.
Oh boy.
So that's why I was like, I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah, I was wondering why you said that. I'm like, then it made sense. He started running.
Yeah. God, Yoshi pasta ticketed this banner. What a madman.
Man.
You crazy if you're... I mean, look, it's just because of how hard Transcendence 1 is.
Yeah.
But I put it on Reddit, like the team comps for if you wanted to get through Transcendence 1 without Paladin Cecil, you totally can. The only team that I saw that has all the characters available at release is like Kuja with his burst with Hope and Gabron. So you could pull that, but then you would definitely need Ramza's burst on the right side because you need Ramza's burst for the last stage. If you're not, like Paladin Cecil will help carry another launcher otherwise. But yeah, you're going to be a little hard pressed. I'm sure people in GL will find way more team comps, but you're just making things pretty hard for yourself.
What's this effect that he does? Something about party full HP. I hate how fast messages in this game go by because you just can't read anything.
Yeah.
Yoshi Pasta, you're gonna run like Vincent and Cam together for Supreme Attack Down on this fight. It's pretty funny. I remember when I did this in JP, I ran Paladin Cecil and Cam together, and Paladin Cecil's defense up was Cam's attack down. The bosses just didn't do anything all fight. It was pretty funny. Where am I going? I suck at navigating.
We're here.
Also, I've said this multiple times, but Yoshi Pasta, your avatar is great. Great avatar.
Also, excellent name in general.
Yeah.
Like you're combining two incredible things. I'm a fan.
Are people still connecting? I guess people must have gotten in.
People are for sure in at this
Yeah.
point. For sure.
85 viewers.
It's been too long.
Yeah, people got in. I could tell. Start winding down. We got our talk out about Lufenia plus fear-mongering, kinda ish. I mean, it seems to slightly calm down now.
It has calmed down. The general rule is unless you see people actually stopping to make content and you see announcements being made, like people making announcements that like the game is like, hey, we need to address these issues. Like if you see that kind of stuff, then you can start to worry a little bit or
like,
think about things.
Danny Cruz, Tim Cruz, he was like this recent Lufenia with I forget who it was with Kate was stupid, and it was, but he's still punching through things. And some people will fall off eventually because again the game's been out for a while, so it's just to be expected.
Yeah. People will also the boss mechanics are pretty punishing, it seems.
Yeah, it's just growing pains. Growing pains.
Yeah. I'm not worried at all about it.
Yeah, don't worry. Ain't no need.
Especially because I'm for sure pitying Setzer anyway for FF6.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna get Porum because I've seen too many Sabin Porum runs, and I enjoy making sure that my favorites have good allies to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason alone.
How am I supposed to get in there? Oh no, did he do the thing that I'm trying to read? The stupid boss. Glad I can read.
By the way, you have to... I'm taking my dog out, so you are solo on monitoring chat.
Okay, chat's gone pretty...
Which?
It's dangerous without full party HP. Is that talking about the next attack when the party doesn't have full HP? So you need full HP to not die? Is that it? Well, we could probably end here anyways. I mean, I don't
You're probably talking about Sayador, aren't you?
No, there's a message from the boss that says it's dangerous without full HP. I guess for you.
Nice.
So there's something there that was not readable. 187 tickets for the LD, not bad. Jump save. We talking about Loot Plus? We were at the beginning, but now we kind of just we think it's not as bad as some people are perceiving it to be.
We'll try to. I'll try to like put a comment on the video with a timestamp of when we started talking about Loot Plus, just so people can quickly jump to it if they want.
Would definitely be helpful.
Yeah, because it's a long stream.
Yeah. Porum, Setzer, Agrius are the big three for Loot Plus. Not exactly. They're all really like pocket valuable, but because they're more like band-aids for the reductions that come in place, which are good. And Agri says the stun cheese factor. 50k gems for Pestle, well, no other EX. I hope you got his LD. I personally haven't played JP, but I watched the fights, and it seems to me that Loot Plus is around the same as beginning KS difficulty. I think it's slightly less. Slightly less.
Yeah, we're not going to go through the analysis again that we did for early chaos. Like that's just an insane amount of work. But that said, we're still going to do our Lufenia research page, which is actually going strong. I know in one of the past streams we did, I said it was going to stop, but since Anomander joined our Tonberry troop officially, it's been easy to maintain. He does like a ton of work that just sets it up for me, so it's really easy. But we're still going to have that, so people are going to be able to look through it and more easily research Lufenia Plus, and are probably going to be prepared if they want to be prepared.
Boom.
There's way more diversity in the Luf Plus runs versus early chaos.
Oh, absolutely.
Early chaos was toxic.
Yeah.
In terms of the tightness, especially on like Soul Cage and Agrius.
Not a good time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How do we get up there? Oh. Okay. Any other thoughts? Probably gonna start wrapping this up.
Other thoughts? No, but I did opt to switch my dinner choice to kanji, which I'm super excited for.
The language or the font, whatever people in Japan write in. How do you spell kanji?
No.
What the hell is kanji?
Oh my god. Kanji, Congee. It is a like a soup type rice pudding type dish, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically like Asian comfort food. It's like a soupy rice dish. It's super delicious.
I see.
Yeah. I am not putting 1,000-year-old egg in it, though. That is not my jam. For anyone that eats 1,000-year-old eggs, props to you. You probably started eating it when you were like 6 years old, and that's why you can tolerate it.
I see.
But yeah, that's the only update I wanted to update people to let them know that I wasn't eating hot dogs in a taco.
It's better.
Although, don't knock it till you try it.
Think porridge. Okay, that's probably better.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of.
Hey, my girlfriend puts me on to Asian dishes all the time that I'm learning about. I guess I'll ask her about that. She's such a huge foodie.
Yeah. Make her kanji. It's definitely, unless she's on a low carb deal, then don't make kanji.
Huh.
But okay. Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Thanks for having me, BC.
Spin this down. Hope you guys enjoy it. Again, like this, please. Get some visibility on the algorithm and all that garbage. When I shut this down, I'm gonna pull off camera, or on camera, but not on stream. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And good night. Good luck on your polls, guys.